Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hillary and I identify as a type 9 on the Enneagram, and today you guys are in for a humongous treat because we are starting a new series on the Enneagram and marriage. And I want to introduce you to a type 2, Amy.
Hi.
And a type 6, Grady.
Hey.
All right, so these two are married, and we are going to get into the nitty gritty of what it's like to be a type 2 married to a type 6 and a type 6 married to a type 2. All right, so how long have you guys been married?
Almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
Yep,
Yeah.
but just over 2.5.
Yeah.
So.
And we have a little
Yes.
baby
A little
on the
nugget.
way. A little nugget. When is the baby due?
February 17th.
We're almost there.
Yeah, next
Oh
month.
my gosh, are you ready?
Lord help us. Almost.
Almost. Almost.
8 weeks or 7 more weeks, then we'll be ready.
7 more weeks. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the type 2 and how the type 2, they reflect the love and nurture of God. And they're driven to the need to feel that they are loved. As a spouse, they bring genuine emotional connection to the marriage, and their empathy to their partners really has no bounds. So how do you see that play out, Grady, with her being a type 2?
Yeah, so with her being type 2, it's just a consistent and never ceasing affection and love every day. It doesn't really matter what I do. I could be super rude, and her love for me still remains, and no matter what I'm going through, even if it's something that she has no idea realistically how to relate, the empathy is still there. So that's the biggest thing, is no matter what I'm going through, she's able to empathize and to be sympathetic for what I'm going through, even though she may have no idea, have experienced it.
Yeah.
But she empathizes and is loves me through and through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. 2s do bring that to a relationship. A lot of my friends are 2s, and they definitely bring that to even me. And so I definitely love that about a 2 and how loving and nurturing and caring they are, no matter what.
We try.
Yeah, you do. And you do a good job.
We try really hard.
You do a good job. You do a good job. Type 6, Grady, they reflect the faithfulness and courage of God. And they are motivated by the need to have support and guidance. So as a spouse, the gift of a 6 brings to marriage is their deep commitment and devotion. Is this true? Do you see this show up with Grady?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like he always is always there and always has a plan. And so we're never going the wrong way, because he's always looked at all the possibilities and is always talking about the possibilities. So we're always dreaming, which is really fun. And he's always there, which is consistency is really nice.
Yeah. Okay, so Grady, with a baby on the way, how does that play out?
Stresses me out, man. Stresses me out. Most of the time because I get skeptical as to the whole process, not trusting things that we're hearing or whatever. But I think for the most part, it's been pretty even kill. Not having a kid before, I mean, trying to just go about it and not be anxiety ridden and not be stressed and know that it's all gonna happen. So
it's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah, whether I want it or not.
Right. And then I would think that would comfort you, that you don't even have to worry.
No,
he's thought all the
figured it
possibilities out, and he's got a plan for whatever happens.
If it goes this way, we know where we're going. If it goes that way, we know where we're going. They're all
We got a C-section, we got a regular delivery, do we need an epidural? He's researched it.
He's fine.
So that should bring you amazing comfort.
Some peace.
There's some peace.
Some peace.
And some I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's have a little fun here. What are some pet peeves of Grady, the type 6, and Amy, the type 2?
It's actually something we've been discussing lately, or having little spits about, is the constantly questioning things.
Yeah.
So I'll say something, and then because of his personality, he just will be like, well, why? Or is that really? Or, and when it's just I'm just telling you, and I just want to tell you what it is.
How you feel.
Yeah, it's just how I feel, and then you get questioned on
I'm
it right
skeptical
away.
about it.
Yeah.
Do you really feel that way?
Is that really what's happening?
Yeah.
We've had a few conversations about that one.
Yeah. And then I bet you, because you are in the feeling triad and you are in the thinking triad. And so you feel something and so he thinks about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I'm the
so
feeler.
You're the feeler and then he'll think about it.
Yep.
I'm like, I just want you to feel with me.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, don't worry, I have the solution.
We figured it out. We're a mess sometimes with that.
I love that. Okay, Grady, what about you?
Yeah,
Pet peeves?
so with the 2 being so nurturing,
Yep.
sometimes like the way she can respond to an idea, that like I'm trying to solve a solution. The point of view she's coming at from like the nurturing side, the empathy side, seems like a parent discipline.
Yeah.
Because like I'm trying to think outside the box, I'm trying to take care of whatever, and she's just thinking about like how she feels or how, you know what I mean, like in a completely different like mindset. And so sometimes that's what we've worked on, is like sometimes she'll respond, and to me it feels like, you know, like growing up when you have like a parent who's like, you're not supposed to do that, and it's like the shaking finger thing, and you're like, okay, well I'm an adult and a husband, so like that's probably the biggest thing that's been like, for me as a 6, being married to a 2, that's been the biggest thing to like, honestly like overcome. Like, just that.
That's fair.
Yeah, that concept of like, that's always gonna happen, especially since she tends to feel and I'm thinking, knowing that, so.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yes.
It's gotten a lot better though.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
And marriage. I mean, come on.
Right.
We have our ups and downs. Let's be honest. We only showcase the best stuff on the
Absolutely.
ground.
Oh yeah.
So this is the real stuff here, and this is reality
Totally.
in marriage. Another thing I wanted to ask you is, do you know each other's love language?
Yes.
And how do you use that in your everyday?
Yeah. So I feel like we took the love language like test again when we got married. Before we got married, we did the premarital counseling.
Yeah.
And your top is quality time, right? Or is it extra? Maybe we don't know. I asked this earlier and I already forgot. It's quality time, right? Yeah. His, okay. We do know them.
I love this.
So it's quality time, so I know that like just even sitting next to him and being in the same room with him, even if we're just like sitting on the couch, or doing like experiences and activities together. He likes to be out and about and sociable, and like if we're just walking around the mall or people watching, as long as we're doing it together, we're good.
You love it.
Yeah.
And for her, like, it's words of affirmation and acts of service. So being a 2, naturally, like, she's helping and then wants to be helped, so that's kind of like the acts of service. Wanting to be helped, and then she's also a really big affirmation seeker as well.
Because she's doing,
Yep.
and she wants to be told, like, hey, good job.
Yep, totally.
And words of affirmation.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I totally get that. And then the quality time, I would think that would be easy for you as a 2.
Yeah, I love it because I want it too. So
Yeah.
it's just nice.
Yeah.
That's why we've always gotten along. It's
Right.
when we met
Because
in
you
college,
give what he needs so easily.
Yeah.
Totally.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. That's like the brilliance of the love languages.
Yes.
So I would totally recommend, if you haven't read on the love languages, read it. It definitely helps in marriage.
Yes.
I mean, it's like the first step before the Enneagram. You know, that simple first step, and then the Enneagram takes you deeper and to a greater understanding of each other.
That's
So,
all.
communication is super important in marriage, and I feel like the Enneagram really helps with that, because you learn to speak each other's language. So for you guys, how have you learned to speak each other's language in regards to the Enneagram? Does anything come to mind?
It's helped me to like take a step back and not just react, instead of just like
You feel.
Yeah, because I feel, so I
Yeah.
just want to say how I'm feeling,
Yeah.
to like think through it. Okay, how is Grady actually thinking through this as like a 6?
Yes.
And go through the different, because he's going through different like possibilities, to like try to see the possibilities. I think taking like a deep breath and not reacting as quickly has been really good for me, at least.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, communicating with her was definitely at first a struggle. Like when it came down to like legitimate communication, just because like we're kind of on those 2 different like wavelengths, if you will, and so knowing that like I'm naturally going to be addressing her, communicating with her from like a thinking mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'm planning, I'm doing this, like almost in a very like realistic, logical sense.
Uh-huh.
And that's not the way she thinks. And if I propose it that way, I know that the majority of the time, no matter what I'm saying, like it's going to stress her out, because then she feels all of that. So she feels everything that I'm thinking.
Yes.
So in any like major communication, like I have to, I'm still working on that, but like getting, like not coming at it with like, boom, 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 here's all our possibilities, here's all the solutions I have, what do you think? And she's like, I am overwhelmed and I do not want to talk about this.
Yeah.
So
it helps you understand her language and speak in her language, which helps with communication.
Totally.
So I love that. And communication, I think, is super important in marriage.
definitely.
And learning that what I love about the Enneagram in marriage is that your expectations are not that Grady shows up as a 2 and vice versa, right? You don't want to put that on him to where you need him to be who you are.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that's where the Enneagram really helps with marriage. And it helps you see him as his 6 and as, you know, a lot of his fears and stuff, that comes from a wounding childhood message, right? And so it gives you that grace and love and go, okay, so why is he coming at it like that?
Yeah.
And you come at it back with more love versus like, I'm going to just go right to my stress arrow.
Yeah.
Be stressed out.
Totally.
So that's how it really helps us in marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see that show up in mine. All right, guys, so we're at the end. And I just want to kind of wrap it up with all numbers can work together, right? And so there's no like a 2 and a 6 aren't like the perfect combination, right? And a 9 and 8 isn't the perfect combination. We all numbers can have a relationship in a marriage together. And so if that, you know, for us not to be looking for like who would be the best fit and more look at it as if I'm living in complete health as much as we can and the other person is too, like that's going to be a great relationship. You know? So I love that. I love you guys. You guys are an awesome married couple. Like seriously.
We're trying.
You do such a good job. Like I mean 3 years. I would have guessed way longer.
Oh.
So yeah.
Get that going.
I just feel like you really speak each other's language really well. I can tell. So anyways, so thank you for this video. Thank you for being on my channel, and this is going to help so many people. So I really appreciate your authenticity and willing to show up and just let us know, you know, how a 2 and a 6 work together. So
thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
yes, you're welcome. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe at the bottom if you want to see more videos like this, right? Subscribe. All right, guys. Bye. Thanks so much. Nope, I hated all of that. Sorry about. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. We're gonna do that again.
Is it all over again, huh?